Well, good morning. We're leaving Schoolhouse Campground here near on Roosevelt Lake in Arizona, and it's near Tonto National Monument, which is where we're headed. And Trigger is going to have to stay in a kennel probably. But
hopefully they still have them there.
Yeah, and he'll get a special treat if he does, as he goes down to assume the travel position. Yeah, we'll do that today. Hopefully I can make it up. It's a pretty steep climb. I'll be resting a lot on the way up, and that's the lower cliff dwelling. The upper one actually is a special tour, which I don't think we will be doing because I saw the schematic for that trail, and probably makes the lower one look very easy by comparison. It's kind of interesting driving in. We could actually see various places way up in those hills there, kind of facing more the direction of the sun than where we're going. And you could see the ruins inside. Probably the upper. It looked like there was two. I think I saw even a third small cave where they could have been built in as well. By the way, the Schoolhouse campground is $20 a night without a senior pass, 10 if you have it. I've been there twice or three times, I can't remember now. And I have to tell you, I have never seen it that busy.
Lots of boaters.
Yeah.
And what looked like spring breakers.
Yeah, it was actually kind of interesting because the people across from us were leaving today, and it's a Friday. So they don't want to stay for the weekend, I guess, all the people that might come in, the weekenders. I don't know if you can see the ruins up there or not, just a little bit to the left.
Kind of above that Keep Right sign.
Yeah, right above the Keep Right sign. That's probably what, I think that is what we're headed to.
That's the lower ones?
Yeah. Okay, so we're starting up the Tonto National Monument. There's Carol and Trigger. Tonto National Monument trail here, and it turns out Trigger can go. They didn't have kennels. Must have been the Gila Cliff dwellings that we remember with the kennels. Although, well, we've been to a couple places that had kennels, so we just got it probably confused. But he's allowed to go, so that's great.
It's a half-mile round trip, this walk.
Half-mile round trip, almost straight up the whole way. All right, I'm going to give you a little shot here. All right, so here's the view back. That's Roosevelt Lake. And just the hills. Now this is a saguaro here. Now, we even find the saguaros here just have like multiple arms. Let me see if I can, I don't know if, we're not close enough, I don't think. There's one in the middle there. You can see just has crazy number of arms. But that's not even representative of how many arms some of these have. Here is the trail. And we're headed up towards that rim up there, but I think it's down below that. And here, we catch our first glimpse of the ruins. Let me zoom in. So here at Tonto, apparently about 700 years ago, there was something called a Salado phenomenon. And basically what it was that several Native American culture kind of formed together or came together and share ideas and such, create a new kind of culture in itself called the Salado. And apparently these particular ruins here and the two different sets are two different styles representing that Salado phenomenon. And of course Carol has stopped to create photographs. Here's one of the exhibit signs for you. This one, let me get a little closer, just might be kind of a little more interesting even if you've ever wondered about the rings. There's a kind of pretty grassy hills here that we're walking by. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. Back up the trail a little ways, there was a sign for showing like the agave plant and explaining some things about it. And it was kind of funny because there was no agave plant anywhere in sight. Interesting. If I can get in and zoom in close enough, he's got almost a copper color on the sides of him. Just brown on the top, but kind of copper. Not too different than the color of the stone here that's behind him. You can see again here just how the saguaro are everywhere. And here's that guy I think I was pointing out earlier. I thought this rock here was really kind of cool, just the way it's fractured and all the different layers and such in it. Well, here's some more of that rock. Green lichen on it, vibrant green lichen, and then we also have the kind of pale green, and then you can see just rock, the layers, and then almost like compacted gravel or something. Kind of cool. Once we start getting up here, you can start to see more of the lake down there. Roosevelt Lake out there. So I don't know if you can see the ruins up behind me. Like I said, it's a pretty steep climb here. Let me look down this way. You can see the visitor center down there, and we kind of started there. Feel free to stop and read. Saw this dead saguaro, skinned as it were. Great canyon out there. So we've been talking about the ocotillo and how it gets the green leaves. Here's one that's got lots of them. So I'd be sort of surprised here at Tonto whether or not the area right around the cave dwelling here, or cliff dwelling, has any petroglyphs or pictographs. This rock is pretty rough, but I guess we'll see. I think here you can see just how the nature of the rock being so rough and all on this cap rock or rim rock here, probably be pretty difficult to create any petroglyphs. See a little bit more of a glimpse of the ruins ahead. It says a perfect dwelling. I'm going to show you why I don't think so. I don't know if you'll be able to read this or not. So I want you to just look at the ceiling there, how fractured it is. You don't usually see that kind of fracturing in the ones that are in sandstone. Alright, so I'm not quite up all the way into the ruins, but here's a structure. Looks like it was probably a room down here. You can see the wall on the other side. And you can see where it's more made with rocks and mortar, which is kind of a typical style that you see with the southwestern ruins. And then I was noticing these rocks up here. I don't think they have anything to do with this, but again, they're very textured and just kind of hanging there. Be a lot of people talking up here, so I'm not really sure how much talking I can do. Might have to voice over what I might be thinking here. Look at this wall. I'm feeling like this wall here is maybe just a retention wall. I'll ask the ranger. So here's a wall. It has been plastered, but you can see again it's rock made. And then there's a good example of what I was talking about. That large area that's starting to split right here. Just like an alcove here. This is just all cut into the rock, I think. It all looks like it's been made, doesn't it? Just the way the rocks are all layered. You can see the charcoal or the charred ceiling here. And in this corner here as well, you can see the char on the walls. Okay, just a difference here. We can see the adobe construction here, some of the rocks that are in the wall versus what appears to be the natural rock that surrounds this place. Another room here that looks like it's partially natural. I love the patterns in the ceilings a lot of times from the water and the smoke and stuff. Boy, it's been a lot of years since I've been here, and this is cooler than I remember. Kind of get some of them mixed up, maybe combined. I have to wonder if this was some kind of special room for someone or something, and then it looks like a ledge up there. Hide your valuables. Okay, so we're looking into a room here, and the support holding up the room, it looks like. Alright. And here's another one of the rooms. See, the ceiling is probably still original. Looks like it's pretty charred. And you can see the tools here. Give you a look inside the fragile area here. I'm sticking my hand through. Of course, there's the outside. Guess I can see that's... No, I can't. Oh, that's the ceiling inside there. It's just above. And then here's one of the end beams. Looking at this stuff, you gotta remember, I mean, this is all like 700 years old, 800 years old. And it's withstood the test of time here. Do have a mocha there, or something like it, I guess. More of a grinding stone. And like I said, I like looking at these markings on cave ceilings and stuff. Just find them fascinating. I mean, you can just look at them for a long time and, well, you know, I'll see things. But I think most people can look at them and see things eventually. Some kind of a face or something. Alright, so there has been a caution that there is a rattlesnake on the trail. Yeah, right. Like I'll see it. Okay, so this is kind of cool out here. Here you can see the old beam structures for the roof. And then here you can see the ceiling there. And then here another beam going across. Now it's hard to know whether or not this center post would have been original or not, but possibly. Back in here. And then those three posts we looked at in the other room are right here. And I think we have the janitor's room. I didn't know they had janitors back in first aid kit. The ancients were well equipped, took care of their stuff. And that's cool up there. Apparently they could not find the rattlesnake on the trail, but here's a view down on Roosevelt Lake. So this would have been the natives' view, although I'm not sure that's a natural lake. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not a natural lake. So on the way in, I mentioned this particular wall here that's down below the ruins. And I did talk to the ranger, and she said that this was a Park Service wall meant to help keep things from falling down out of the ruins area. Well, although Carol walked up the trail with me with Trigger, the dogs can't go into the ruins. And so she decided to stay down below, and I think she had said that she probably wasn't even going to go into the ruins. I think she's more interested in making photographs here along the trail, because they're not here where they're supposed to be waiting for me at all. And I really, man, right now there's nobody up there. Well, I guess there's that one couple that I walked in front of. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I mean, I'm glad I did it again. I did it kind of for you guys because I thought it would be an interesting thing on this trip, given that we were, you know, so close and had the time to do it. But I'm really glad I did it because I've forgotten a lot about this one. I was just noticing this on the way down. All the cholla cactus right here in this area on the trail. Okay, so here's one of those saguaros with a bazillion arms I was talking about. Okay, so I think this will be it for talking on the trail. When we get back to the car, Carol and I'll maybe do a little bit of a wrap on this, just kind of talking about the trail and the ruins and stuff. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, I don't know how well you can see the lake out there. I think that's the most water I've ever seen in it, actually. I've only been here a few times, but it was pretty dry, so maybe that's a good sign for the southwest. So we're on the way out of Tonto National Monument.
Just had some lunch.
And I I always repeat her, don't I? Yeah, I mean, that was I think I mentioned up there that how glad I was that I did it again. I don't, if I wasn't doing a vlog, I probably would not have done it again, having done it once and stuff. But it was a lot different than what I remembered. But I thought the trail was kind of cool too. I mean, just seeing all the different formations of rock and the way they were all put together, and then the various cacti that were along the way. Have any comments about the trail? You just photographed on it.
Yeah, there's lots of, I mean, it's a good time of year. There were lots of flowering plants along there. And we just went along for the walk. We missed seeing a rattlesnake. It's pretty steep. There's benches all along and trash cans. But
I don't know if you noticed, Carol's been wiping her nose and I'm sniffing.
yeah,
I don't know if it's allergies or what's going on, but both of us have been,
weeks.
going on. So I think this is the end of a video here as we head off to our next place. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, and comment.